at you sideways. It'll never be the same the old days. Because honestly, these people are so mentally sick in the head and they don't even realize it. And when you speak the truth, it's even crazier than the lies because they've been conditioned for so long. And you know what? That's their hell to sit in. Because at the end of the day, they know, their spirit knows that they're living a lie. Because they always are so depressed, always so sad and miserable, and they feel like they have no power. But because they go to church, they listen to other people, they always say, oh, but God wants me to rely on him. I should put God over myself. But who told you that? Who's telling you that? All the people around you. What do you think? That's what I had to start realizing, that what I have to say is more important than what everyone else says around me. Because whose life is it? It's mine. It's not yours. And all these people live for other people because they're slaves in the system. You're a slave in the system. If you're watching this video and you got triggered, you're a slave in the system. You're a slave in the system. And you know what? I can't even be, you can be mad at me all you want, but I'm the one over here living happy, living my authentic truth, while you're over there being a slave to the system. Ha ha ha, you're a slave to the system. Ha ha ha, I'm free. I don't care about their compliments because I compliment myself. And I used to be religious too, and people are always like, in religion is like, put God first and you second. But no, you have to put yourself first to actually be able to love and grow and heal. And if you don't put yourself first, nobody will. And it reflects in your aura, it reflects how you show up in the world, it reflects in your words and your actions. And so if you really want to care about yourself, learn to put yourself first and learn to not give power to things that don't serve you.
All verse rising soul family, peace to the gods, stars, and goddesses. Soul family, Jojo Buchmann have literally spoke a lot of facts about how a lot of individuals in the Western countries like USA, especially in the southern states, that's very known for a lot of zombie thinking individuals who cannot think for themselves. A lot of individuals that's living in the southern states in USA, especially in Louisiana, right? It's a lot of individuals who follow all this European Jesus and Middle Eastern Allah that was created by these slave owner demons who oppress planet Earth and cause a lot of masses to be sleepwalking zombies to not think for themselves. So a lot of individuals that are highly religious, the so-called woke community is called the religious community, right? A lot of these woke religious folks are always living miserable because like they keep putting a European Jesus and a Middle Eastern Allah dude before themselves. You know the term, if you don't love yourself first, who will? That stands factual, soul family. And that's what religion's been teaching. These slave owner religions have been teaching a lot of these human citizens in the southern states, in the country of USA, to not love themselves first and put everything in the hands of a European Jesus and a Middle Eastern Allah, soul family. Just the way that these evil demonic slave owners been wanting human citizens to do since slavery. And this is sad, soul family, because look, you like when it comes to these individuals, these woke religious zombies in the southern states of USA, they look at these people who don't look outside themselves for these fucking European Jesus and this Middle Eastern Allah from these slave owner religions. These zombies who are so religious, they look at the spiritually awake people as crazy, yo. Like, it don't make no sense, soul family. It don't make no sense. Like, Jojo Buchmann, you know, was speaking super fox. The God star Jojo Buchmann was speaking ultra fox. Because why? Why would an individual in their brain cells would think to put a fictional God before themselves? Like, look, I've seen so much fiction in my life, Soul Family. I seen Courage the Cowardly Dog. I seen SpongeBob. What the fuck you make? What fuck make you think I'm gonna go put some European Jesus and some Middle Eastern Allah who came from these slave owner religions above myself? I'm not doing that stuff, Soul Family. I know the type of game that these slave owner demons love to play. The reptilian slave owners are ultimate deceivers. They came up with this stuff about the Jesus and the Allah thing just so they can keep a lot of human citizens at a zombie sleepwalking frequency to not be powerful gods and goddesses the way that a lot of human citizens were birthed to be coming into existence due to these humans' ancestry, right? But no, Soul Family. A lot of these human looking people in the southern states in USA, they wanna be on this judgment day, Allah shit, Jesus shit that came from the European Middle Eastern cultures of slave owner teachings. And especially pushing that stuff on a lot of Afro hair Africans and Caribbeans in the southern states. That's why a lot of the Afro hair melanated Africans and Caribbeans in the southern states, they're not in touch with their natural spirituality roots of thinking with for themselves, thinking with intuition, Soul Family. A lot of melanated Africans and Caribbeans in the southern states of USA praise a European Jesus, praise a Middle Eastern Allah that was taught by these slave owners who fucking oppress a lot of melanated Africans and Caribbeans during slavery, man. Jojo Buchmann would tell you, I would tell you too. You know, and another thing, like when we get to the thing of if you don't love yourself, then nobody else will. That's why a lot of these religious people, they always be having the most toxic relationships in history. Look at these women. Look at these women in the southern states in USA. They're so religious, right? They're so religious. But they always ended up in these demonic toxic relationships because they keep putting faith in some slave owner religion. And that's why a lot of the women in the southern states are not spiritually awake. They are asleep. They are sleepwalking, right? That's why they be in toxic relationships. Every partner has failed because a lot of these women in the southern states, they literally don't love themselves first. They kept putting faith in these slave owner religions the same way how slave owners had whipped a lot of melanated people, having these Africans and Caribbeans coming on boats and airplanes to USA in the southern states and being raped and gang banged and fucking tortured into believing in some European Jesus in some Louisiana or Mississippi or Tennessee or Alabama or Florida or Georgia or the Carolinas or Virginia or Washington, D.C. Like it's all bad, Soul Family. Like this stuff here really proves to you that slave owner religions is the reason why a lot of human citizens have no self-esteem. Because think about it. If I was to put a European Jesus above myself, who is fiction, by the way, and I put a Middle Eastern Allah person who is also fiction, by the way, it's not a real individual. They don't have this Allah dude and this Jesus dude. We don't even know who their relatives are. And you mean to tell me a human looking guy like Allah and Jesus just birthed themselves into existence? So they didn't come from no human woman? Man, get the fuck out of here, bro. Like, come on, man. This is the reason why slave owners have done a number on human citizens in the southern states of USA. The most zombie thinking individuals that anyone would ever see when it comes to spiritual intelligence is going to be It's gonna be these zombie thinking people in the southern states because they're so closed minded and they can't think outside the box and they're not open minded. This is all I gotta say, so finally. I could go on and on, but this is all I'm gonna say on this.